Hey guys, welcome back to the Republic of Arsenal. In this video, I'm just going to quickly give a rundown on the Benfica against Arsenal Europa League game, which is on tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm just going to give a rundown of what I feel is going to be Arteta's starting lineup. This isn't necessarily going to be what I feel should be the starting lineup. It's just how I think Arteta is gonna line up. So basically, I think he's going to go with a 4-2-3-1 kind of formation that we're sort of used to seeing now. With a goalkeeper, two centre backs, you got your right back, your left back, two midfield players, with a player playing in front in a sort of a cam kind of position, I guess you could call it. And then you're going to have someone out wide left, someone out right, one man up top. Pretty much standard Arteta. So I think he's going to go with Bernd Leno in goal. I think when you get to this stage of a competition, I think it's best to play your number one goalkeeper. And I think at the moment, we've got Leno, we've got Matt Ryan, we've got Alex Runarsson. I can't see Alex Runarsson playing again for Arsenal unless it's extreme circumstances. Matt Ryan has played one game for us. Now, that was due to Leno being suspended for that game. So I don't think that Matt Ryan would have made his debut up to this point had it not been for that. I don't expect Matt Ryan to come into such a big game. It's a really, really important game. I'm not saying he's not capable, but, why would you risk it at this stage of the competition? You got to play your number one. So I think he's got to go with Leno. I think the centre-back pairing he's going to go with, I think he's going to go with David Luiz and Gabriel. Now, the reason I think he's going to go with David Luiz is for the experience that David Luiz has. Again, I'm not saying he's our best option. You do have Rob Holding. Pablo Mari is supposed to be available. We're not 100% sure just yet. But again, look, Pablo hasn't played an awful lot of football. He's been out injured. So again, too big a game to just throw him in and risk him. Had this been in the group stages, yeah, of course, put him in there. Holding as well. I just don't feel that Holding and Gabriel have that understanding. I just don't think they've formed that partnership at the moment. I think we definitely benefit from having, whatever you think of David Luiz, he does have more of a leadership kind of quality about him. I know he is prone to his own mistakes, but I think he's a good organizer at the back of other players. I know you could argue maybe he doesn't organise himself too well, which would be fair to say. But I definitely think David Luiz beside Gabriel, you cut out that misunderstanding, the language barrier. He is a good organiser. I think Gabriel would benefit from having an experienced head beside him, to keep him in place where he needs to be. I think that's where Gabriel and Holding have fell a little bit short when they performed, because I think both of those players are more so the players who perform better when they have an experienced guy beside them who can sort of control and dictate and just allow them to concentrate on the defensive side without having to worry about, what other players are doing. So David Luiz, Gabriel, again, both Portuguese speaking. So, we're playing against the Portuguese side. It's going to be nice to have guys who can communicate to, our players what's going on. They can hear the shouts from the sideline, they can hear the players on the pitch, any tactical information. And this also leads me on to our left back. I know Kieran Tierney is back training, but look, we've seen him back training, a couple of times over the last few weeks. He just hasn't made it back in the pitch yet. So again, I think Cedric is going to keep his spot there. Again, the understanding between Cedric, Gabriel, David Luiz, it could be vital for us. So I think Cedric is going to hold that spot. Again, look, first leg, I don't really see the point in risking Tierney. We need Tierney for the long term. We can't, do a Thomas Partey, bring him in like we did early against Spurs, risk further injury. Make sure Tierney is fully fit, get him 100% right. Cedric is capable of doing the job, especially for the first leg. I give the nod to Cedric on this one. Right back, I think he's got to stick with Bellerin. Who else have we really got now? If you got Cedric playing left back, you've got to really have Bellerin right back. I don't think we've many other options now with Maitland-Niles being gone. So I think that's a pretty easy call. I think the centre midfield, Granit Xhaka, we know Granit Xhaka, he's always fit, he's always available, he's always going to be in the team. It's the easiest pick, really. I'm not saying it should be the easiest pick, but in Arteta's eyes, it's the easiest pick. I think it's the player playing beside him. Again, Thomas Partey, as I understand, Thomas Partey hasn't travelled with the squad. Again, look, I'm completely fine with that. Leave Partey out for as long as he needs to be out to get him right. Don't keep throwing him back in. Don't keep risking him. Just leave him out as long as he needs. Get him 100% fit. So when we get him back in the team, we get him there for the long term. So I would be happy to see Dani Ceballos come in. I was encouraged with Dani Ceballos and Granit Xhaka the way they played against Leeds. Very, very encouraged by that. So I'd be a lot more confident now in that pairing going into this game. So I think Xhaka and Ceballos in midfield. I think playing just ahead of them, I think Odegaard is going to get the shout on this one. I was really surprised that Smith Rowe played against Leeds. Not surprised because of Smith Rowe's obvious quality, but I thought he's a guy he's due a rest. He needs a rest. And as well as he did play, he's still not 100%. He definitely needs a bit of a break. So I was really surprised to see Odegaard and Smith Rowe both playing against Leeds in the same team. I was encouraged by it. It was great to see that is an option, because we did speculate a lot. Which one is going to play? Is it going to be Smith Rowe? Is Odegaard going to come in and take the minutes from him? So it's nice to see that they can be incorporated into the same lineup. I think Odegaard is going to get the nod on this one. I think Arteta would be a bit more confident in his match sharpness and fitness. His link-up play was great, especially with Bukayo Saka and that. To me, he looked a player who's been at the club an awful lot longer than he actually has, with the way he linked up and joined in the play. So I would go with Odegaard, and I think that's what Arteta's going to do. Again, right wing, Bukayo Saka, he picks himself. I think he's the first name on the team sheet every week at this stage, apart from Bernd Leno, of course. So definitely I think, look, Saka is going to be on the right wing. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Pepe has been playing really well, really, really well lately. I think he was rested against Leeds, obviously, with the Benfica game in mind. I don't think any of us were expecting Aubameyang to come in and do what he did. Aubameyang grabbed the hat-trick. I know he played in the centre-forward role, but I just can't see. I know Lacazette was rested as well. I can't see Lacazette being left out of this game. I feel like Arteta would lean more towards, putting Lacazette in the team. And I think with Aubameyang scoring a hat-trick, if he's fit and available, I know there was talk of him having an ankle injury. If he's fit and available, I think in Arteta's eyes, Pepe is the more dispensable player. We've seen it in the past. I feel as though he's going to play Lacazette up top and Aubameyang on the left wing. So, again, I'm not saying it's the correct decision. Maybe you could play Aubameyang up top, leave Pepe out wide on the left. I just think Arteta's mind will be Aubameyang on the left, Lacazette up top, because he does fancy Lacazette up there, which is fair enough. So I think he's going to go Leno, David Luiz, Gabriel, Bellerin, Cedric, Ceballos, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Aubameyang, and Lacazette. Now, who makes the bench? That's a different conversation altogether. I'm just going to go with the starting 11. So that's my predicted starting 11 that Arteta is going to run with. I'm not saying it's the team I necessarily will pick. I just feel like that's how he's going to go. And just for anyone who's interested, I did record a really good chat yesterday with my friend Sulz, who is a big Arsenal fan, and I love his breakdown and analysis, and his tactical talk on Arsenal. That really, really cool. So and I also brought in a Benfica fan, Joe. So again, so knowledgeable about his team, Benfica. So it was great to get the insight and perspective on what we can expect coming into this game. He pinpointed who the danger players are. He let us know where the weakness lies. So it's definitely worth checking out. So I will throw a link to that video that we recorded yesterday. I will leave a link in the description here. So yeah, look, thanks as always for checking out the video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we get the right result tonight, and it puts us in a good place for the second leg. So look, enjoy the game, everyone, and come on, you Gunners.